Working here at Dirt Trax, stuff gets used. More often than not, it gets used pretty hard, and when it gets used really hard, it gets broken and needs to be fixed. But sometimes the stuff that we need to fix is located in a place that there's no power. However, we're thankful that we can take a quick trip down the Princess Auto aisles, and it always gets our gears turning. Sometimes the things that we need to either fix or maintain aren't what you'd expect, and today I've got a farm-style safety gate at our test facility that over time has shifted and requires a crude stack of rocks to hold up when it's left in the locked position. Years of snow and ice pressing down on this gate in the winter months has caused it to pull on the mount post, but with the help from Princess Auto, I'm not going to have to remove the gate from the post. I'm going to bring the fix to the gate. And to do that job, I'm going to bring along all kinds of tools that I've got from Princess Auto and load them in the back of our Defender 6x6 with its huge utility-focused bed that's going to allow us to bring along everything that we need to get the job done. And I'm talking everything. Toss in the kitchen sink if you'd like, but first things first, I need power out there, so I grabbed up a ProPoint 3000 watt generator with electric start. This ProPoint generator is run by a 208cc 4-stroke overhead valve motor, and it'll produce 2,800 watts of continuous power. It'll do that for 13 hours at 50% load on a single tank of gas. Or in other words, a whole lot of fixes. Now I need all of this power to run a bunch of very important tools to fix my gate. First is the 5-inch Power Fist hand grinder. That's going to clean off the paint where I need to weld and tidy up any rough spots when I'm done. Secondly is the Jepson 14-inch dry cut saw that's going to take this 2x1 steel tubing I also grabbed up at Princess Auto and turn it into something of a leg to support the gate and get rid of the pile of rocks that I keep knocking over. Having access to a saw like this Jepson dry cut is so much easier than having to bring along oil for cutting or anything like that because it's just not feasible out here. This honestly is one really impressive tool. Now I've got to attach all these pieces to the gate, and the way to make it last is by welding it. And to weld out here, I've opted for a Hobart folding welding table that not only works for welding, but is just a handy rugged table to have all my tools on as well. Now ProPoint has some serious welders. They have them in many formats, and some of those are multi-process, like this 145A dual voltage MIG-TIG arc. It allows you to run off both 115 or 230 volt plugs with the use of an internal inverter. This means out here I don't need a massive generator to do the job. I can power this with my generator and run either MIG or arc for my steel welds. And of course, I can use flex core wire to do gasless MIG and save even more time and tools to bring along. A couple of ProPoint sliding arm clamps also come in really handy to keep my amateur welds strong. Now to get the gate leg in place, I've already gone ahead and ground the gate so that I've got nice bare metal to be able to tack this thing onto. The problem can be when you're on your own, holding something like this in the proper position, it's tough by yourself. These cool ProPoint magnets will do the holding for you whether on the welding table or here at the fence. They hold 80 pounds and with the flip of a switch will change the polarity of the magnet to release without having to pull like a gorilla on your freshly welded part. It's a simple tool and it works really good. And just like that, I fixed up this gate for years of better service. Now, while I was walking the aisles of Princess Auto, I saw another part that I just had to buy, and it's for a project that I've been procrastinating on for years. So let's head back to the shop and I'll show you what that is. While I was walking the aisles and dreaming about everything that I could make, I was stopped dead in my tracks at this, a 420cc electric start engine. It looked at me and it said, "Fix that power wash, dude." Well, I don't know if it knew what it was getting into because we abuse power washers around here. I have a blown motor on an old but good quality washer that I've been procrastinating on fixing for a long time. But today, yep, it's the day. And Princess Auto offers a wide variety of not just engine sizes, but also recoil or electric start and various output shaft diameters to fix everything from go-karts to power washers, snow blowers, tractors, wood splitters, and any other household power equipment. If your motor's blown, they've got you covered. Princess Auto has two different house brand engine lines. They've got ProPoint and they've got Power Fist. I opted for ProPoint on this setup because we use this power washer almost every single day, or we're going to now that it's fixed. If it were just, cottage, evenings, weekends, that type of thing, I definitely would have gone for Power Fist and saved a few bucks. But because we're looking at something that's commercial grade, I wanted to go with ProPoint. It's going to be around for the long haul. But I'm not completely done here. I always get frustrated by the standard hose reel holders, and so I thought, since I've got all my welding and cutting gear, I'd just go ahead and fab up a new holder and tack it right to the existing washer cart. A bit of the 2x1 tubing, a few quick measurements, and a couple cuts with the Jepson dry saw, and some tacking with the Pro Point welder, and we have a much more functional hose holder that will support more hose and not fall off the first time we try to move the thing. All I need now is to hit it with a bit of rust paint, and we're back in business. It doesn't really matter how good you treat your stuff, things are gonna break. But instead of tossing out the old, why not fix it? Along the way, you're gonna learn a bunch of great skills. You're also gonna be able to equip your garage with all kinds of cool new tools. And hey, just be ready, because when you're done, your neighbors are probably gonna stop by with some broken stuff for you to fix when they see how handy you've become.